I've been asked lots of questions about my vulva cancer and about me, so I wanted to do a little video to try and answer as many as I can. Again, please feel free to keep messaging me or putting questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. So a little bit more about me. My name is Pippa, I live in Leeds, and in January 2023 I was diagnosed with vulva cancer, stage 3. I don't have children, which is one of the questions that I was asked. I have a mad 1-year-old Springer Spaniel called Willow, and I also have a 16-year-old ragdoll cat called Florrie. In relation to having children, we weren't able to have them. I had a lot of fertility issues. I had PCOS, fibroids, endometriosis, and adenomyosis. I did get pregnant twice, but I had 2 miscarriages. Clearly it wasn't meant to be on the cards for us, and you know what? I'm actually perfectly okay with that. Having a child would have just added to our life, and I'm happy with our life as it is. So second question really, do I still get the urge to wanting to go to the toilet and pass wind now I have a colostomy and a urostomy bag? Yes. It's bizarre. I get a lot more wind through my mouth burping now than I ever used to do. I burp constantly all the time. I If I've got to go somewhere, I think, oh, right, my best have a wee before I go, I still get that urge where I really need to go to the toilet, and it's physically impossible. I don't have a bladder. It's the same with going to the toilet for a number 2. I get really bad trapped wind now. It takes over the whole abdomen. It's really hard and it's really painful. So yeah, I still get the urges. I still feel like I need to go upstairs and have a really big poo. Can't do it. I don't have a back passage or an anus anymore. So yeah. In relation to that, I got asked if I have any fluid intake restrictions with the bags. No. You can get dehydrated very quickly with having ostomy bags. So I make sure I have my cup there, which holds about a litre of fluid. I have at least 2 of those a day. I also have hot chocolate because I don't drink tea or coffee. I use my hotel chocolate for that. I love it. But I'll have other drinks during the day. I mainly drink like sugar-free lemonade, but I'll have things like apple juice, milkshakes. Milkshakes are brilliant for my colostomy because they help keep me regular and help with wind. One thing I did want to mention before the next question is vulva cancer is actually also known as a skin cancer. So I have one of my parents actually has ongoing issues with skin cancer. So it's clearly runs in my family. So I'm incredibly protective of my skin. If I'm out in the sun, it's factor 50 minimum. That's all I'll wear. So please be careful of your skin. I was also asked if I had any lymph node removal, which I did. I had that on the first surgery. I had lymph nodes removed from the left and right groin. They found cancer encapsulated in 2 of the lymph nodes from the left groin. At the second surgery, my consultant made me aware that, because I had a concern that they weren't touching my lymph nodes in that surgery or testing them, but he said because of my quick recurrence of the cancer was going to definitely keep coming back, so they were trying to keep each surgery as minimal as possible to take as little as possible, and without going too drastic too soon. But obviously 4 surgeries in, we went drastic. Another thing somebody mentioned was that I should do educational talks. I would absolutely love to do that. I would be wanting to, whether it visit schools, workplaces, anywhere. I really, really, really want to get the word out there about vulva cancer. I did get some press towards the end of last year about the cancer in the main press, things like the Daily Mail. I was also in Take a Break in November. My story wasn't quite as clearly presented as I would have liked, but the main facts for me were getting the facts over about vulva cancer, which they did. So I have learned to let the little things go. But yeah, the more I can do to raise awareness for this cancer, and also with the ostomies as well, is one of the biggest things I want to do in my life. I really, really want to raise awareness and get more women checking themselves, and if they do happen to find out that they have this cancer, that I've helped them get this cancer early and give them the best chance of survival as possible. That is a huge thing for me. I was also asked how it all started, and now I've just posted a video, which is on, what day are we on, Wednesday. So the video before this will be the video where I go through my story of how the cancer started and my journey throughout that last 2 years. So I'm not going to repeat that again here. I'd go back to that other video, because otherwise this is long enough videos as they are, and yeah, I'll go that attention span. One other thing I got asked was if I could name the stoma group I'm part of on Facebook, which is the Ileostomy and Stoma Support Group UK. It's an incredibly supportive group on there. I've had a few questions answered on there. So I have a district stoma nurse, but I can obviously only reach her during the day, Monday to Friday. So if any questions out of that time, or she's on holiday and I've got to wait for somebody else to come back to me, it's so easy for me to go on there. There's also on Facebook a few vulva cancer groups. I actually have one myself. It's only a very small group at the moment, but I'm trying to get that a bit bigger. And obviously I've got my main platform on here. I try to keep my other social media for my personal stuff, for friends and family. This is my main platform for talking about the cancer and the ostomies. I am planning on doing a video showing you how I change my ostomy bags. That'll be at some point in the next week or so, hopefully. But yeah, any questions that anyone does have, please feel free to, like I say, add a comment on here or send me a message, and I will do my absolute very best to do another video answering those questions. Or if anyone wants me to do a video on something more specific about my journey and the procedures and surgeries and tests or day-to-day life now, I am more than happy to do that, so just let me know. Cheers.